What does 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy have to do to earn some respect? Well, we have FanDuel's way too early quarterback rankings. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right after this. What's going on, everybody? It's the WayneBreezie. It's your boy. Thank y'all so much for tuning into today's show. And let's talk a little bit about what's going on. Brock Purdy, the disrespect continues. This man hasn't even been paid yet. I'm trying to figure out why the disrespect is so disrespectful. But before we get to that, make sure you hit that like button, all right, man? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if this is your first time watching. Also, leave a comment in the comment section, and you can join. You want to support the channel? Click the join button, all right, and become a member of the Breezie Bunch crew. Take advantage of all the cool perks. And if you can't join by just clicking on that join button, make sure you click on the link in the description of the show. All right, link in the description of the show. All right, let's go ahead and get down to it. Now, I was surfing the internet and, FanDuel, everybody's fans of FanDuel and all those guys, they put out their way too early quarterback predictions. All right, and so let's take a look at this. You can see how they're ranking their quarterbacks going into the 2025 season. Now, you may see some names up here with them on quarterbacks on different teams. All right, but there are 32 quarterbacks on this list. And let's go through number 1, Josh Allen. Number 2, Lamar Jackson. Number 3, Patrick Mahomes. Number 4, Joe Burrow. Number 5, Jalen Hurts. Those are the top 5 quarterbacks, which probably can be, questioned. Can we shift these guys around? I have Lamar Jackson still as my number 1. Joe Burrow will probably creep up into number 2 or 3. I think Patrick Mahomes slides down to 5, and Jalen Hurts might be, 4 or 3. It all depends, but those are the top 5. The next 5 down, Jaden Daniels, C.J. Stroud, Dak Prescott, Jordan Love. So that's your next 5. And Baker Mayfield, those are your next 5, all right? Jordan Love, Dak Prescott, Baker Mayfield, Jordan Love, Dak Prescott, C.J. Stroud, Jaden Daniels. Don't mind C.J. Stroud and Jaden Daniels being there, but I'm looking at Dak Prescott, I'm looking at Jordan Love, I'm looking at Baker Mayfield, and I'm saying, oh my gosh. All right, here we go. The next 5, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Matt Stafford, Caleb Williams. All right, you see Matthew Stafford's on a different team right here, so they're predicting that he's going to be going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's going to be some type of trade there. All right, let's go to the next 5. All right, did I get to the next 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go Trevor Lawrence, Geno Smith, Drake May, Sam Darnold. You see Sam Darnold on a new team as well. All right, Sam Darnold on a new team as well with the Las Vegas Raiders. All right, they're probably going to sign him in free agency. According to FanDuel, this is what they're predicting to happen, and they're ranking these quarterbacks. The next 5, Kyler Murray, Bo Nix, Tua Tagovailoa, Bryce Young. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they get to that 5th spot. It is none other than 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Do they have this right? I don't think they have this right, but we'll talk about it. J.J. McCarthy's never played it down in the NFL. He's ranked 1 below Brock Purdy. Justin Fields, they feel like is going to be the quarterback for the Jets. Michael Penix Jr. in Atlanta. Aaron Rodgers will be picked up by the Los Angeles Rams. So they got Aaron Rodgers ranked. Okay, and then Shedeur Sanders, rookie quarterback from the New York Giants. Anthony Richardson, Colts. Cam Ward will be the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. That's who they're predicting that drafts. Cam Ward. Derek Carr. Okay, and then Will Levis. Ooh, that means that they went Travis Hunter in the draft. I'm just looking at how the draft stands out, but let's talk about Brock Purdy being number 23. And Brock Purdy being the 23rd best quarterback going into 2025 just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. We're talking about a guy, yes, team went 6-11 this past season. Understand that. Understand the team dealt with some injuries. Understand that his numbers dropped a little bit. And we're going to look at statistically kind of like where he dropped, probably in completion percentage, touchdowns, yards. Yeah, they went down slightly. but he's better than probably at least 10 of the quarterbacks up in the top 20. So for Brock Purdy to not be a top 20 quarterback, that's a little suspect to me. I don't see how these guys are outranking Brock Purdy. When I look at the top 20, love what Bo Nix did for sure. Kyler Murray's a pretty good stud. Drake May. So you got Bo Nix and Drake May ahead of Brock Purdy. We're talking about New England Patriots, Drake May. That team is so far from competing. Love what Drake May does, but how does Drake May even end up in the top 20 over 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy when he once just took his team to the Super Bowl? I'm trying to figure out how this is. I'm not trying to be, I'm not overanalyzing it. I'm looking at it and I'm saying, like, how does that even make sense? And then even like you got Trevor Lawrence, who didn't play much last year. You got Geno Smith. Like, they're not better than Brock Purdy. Statistically, they're not better than Brock Purdy. How the hell is Caleb Williams 14? If Brock Purdy should be, in my opinion, at least in the top 15. Let me know if you disagree or disagree with that. Brock Purdy should be at least in the top 15. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Make sure you leave that in the comment section, all right? Now, looking at this list again, I'm looking at the top 15, all right? So Trevor Lawrence, Caleb Williams. I feel like Brock Purdy is better than both of those guys, right? I said top 15. Matthew Stafford, okay, we can question that one. Justin Herbert, I guess you could question that one. I feel like Justin Herbert may have a little bit more talent, arm strength, things like that than Brock Purdy. Jared Goff, questionable, all right? Baker Mayfield, to me, they're the same damn quarterback. So you got Baker Mayfield in the top 10 and Brock Purdy somehow in the top 23. It's top 25. It's not making any sense. I feel like Brock Purdy, in my opinion, on this list should be ranked higher than Jordan Love, Dak Prescott. So top now, and Baker Mayfield, and Jared Goff, and Justin Herbert, and Matthew Stafford. I feel like Brock Purdy, I took Brock Purdy out of the top 25, and I'm moving him into this top 10. Why? Why am I moving Brock Purdy in the top 10? Even if we leave their top 10 where it is, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, C.J. Stroud, how is Brock Purdy not 9 or 10? Even if you want to keep Baker Mayfield at 10, Brock Purdy is better than Jordan Love. Let me know what you guys think. Is Brock Purdy better than Jordan Love? Now, we're going to look at those two statistically, but I want to show what Brock Purdy has done in the league last season, all right? Last season, what did Brock Purdy do? Completion percentage, 65.9%. He ranked 18th. All right, he ranked 18th. Yards, 3,864. Top 10 in yards. Yards per average, 8.5. Top 5. Touchdowns, top 15. Interceptions, he was tied for 4th with 12th. All right, not a good stat that I wanted to put up there, but he did throw a few picks. 20 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. Not a really good ratio. But overall, Brock Purdy, completion-wise, is a top 20 quarterback. But as far as yards, and you got to look at how the team is built. He also had 17 drops on the season. He also had, like, the team didn't have his number one target, didn't have his number one running back, and he still found a way to complete, 65.9% of his passes. I don't think that's a great number, but that's decent. Okay, that's decent. And I'm looking at these guys and I'm saying, wait a minute, this is pretty damn decent out here, all right? And so I wanted to see where PFF graded quarterbacks. I wanted to see where PFF graded their top quarterbacks. And these are based off of statistics. And somehow this is just, I got, do I have the right thing highlight? Oh, I'm sorry. I want to show you grades first before I get into actual statistics. So my apologies for that. All right. So here we go. We got the position grades up here as far as quarterbacks, and you can see offensive grade. That's what I'm looking at right here. 94.9, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Jaden Daniels. Those are your top 5. Just offensive grade-wise. That's why I said I can argue with some of these. You got Baker Mayfield. Derek Carr, you could put a little slight to that. You can see he played a lot less snaps due to the injury, but he's in the top 10. All right, Patrick Mahomes, Geno Smith. Brock Purdy, top 10. Brock Purdy, overall offensive grade from 2024, and I'm ignoring the snap minimum. If I don't ignore that snap minimum, he'll probably be higher, all right? But I feel like Brock Purdy should be ranked ninth, and they got Geno Smith ahead of him. And so it is what it is. But you can see who's not in there. Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, Sam Darnold, as good as seasons that they had, they're not top 20, top 10 quarterbacks per PFF offensive grade. Now, if you want to just focus on pure, if you want to focus on pure passing, I get it. We could do that. Brock Purdy is still going to be, down there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So he's 14th as far as a passing grade. All right. He has a 76.3 passing grade. So if you want to focus just on passing and not just overall quarterback, meaning that they run, they pass, and things like that, yeah, I get it. But you can see right here, like if you look at Brock Purdy's run grade, it's a 90.2, and that's what helps boost him up a little bit to give him that average of an 82.4 grade. All right. But like overall, Brock Purdy's a top 10 quarterback. So you go back to this list and you say, wait a minute, how is Brock Purdy ranked out of the top 10? How does Dak Prescott and Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, I can argue with, he had a great season. I'm not going to argue with Baker Mayfield. He could be in the top. Even if we move Baker Mayfield up to 7 or 8, I'm cool with it. I feel like Baker Mayfield should be 7. How about that? I'm not a homer. Baker Mayfield should be 7. But then after 8, 9, and 10, I could leave C.J. Stroud in the top 10, but I feel like Brock Purdy was there. And when I go and I look at the statistics, if you want to based off of statistics as far as these passing grades and what they did, I get it. Caleb Williams is up there as number 1, ranked off of whatever I had it on. But offensively, I'm going back to just the passing grades, right? Nothing. I'm not looking at running. I'm not looking at anything like that. And I'm trying to say to myself, okay, Brock Purdy in offense, top 11, top 10, top 11 right here. They got Sam Darnold 9. All right, so this is a little bit different just based off of passing grades. All right, minimum 20% of 725 dropbacks. That's what I'm looking at. All right, I got Brock Purdy right here, and I wanted to see where C.J. Stroud. So what do we want to compare? Let's compare yards. All right, let's compare yards. So if you look at C.J. Stroud on this list, Brock Purdy has more yards than C.J. Stroud. Not by many, but more yards. They're tied for, how crazy is this? They're tied for touchdowns and tied for interceptions. So does he move ahead of C.J. Stroud? To me, if we basing it off of yards, absolutely. He has more yards per average, and he has more yards. So right there, he should get the bump up. All right. They added Derek Carr here because he had over 600 snaps. But again, I'm removing Derek Carr from the equation. Didn't finish out the season, so it's not really fair to put him in there. All right. So he would be out of that top 10 for sure. But how does Brock Purdy not rank top 10? That's my question. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I feel like Brock Purdy is getting disrespected. He's about to be a $50 million per year quarterback in the NFL, former 7th round pick, and the hate will continue. Brock Purdy's going to have to bypass all of that, find a way to get his team to that Lombardi Trophy, and then he can let everybody kiss his mother freaking. All right, that's what Brock Purdy needs to do. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button. Feel free to become a member of the Breezy Bunch crew by clicking on join or click on the link in the description of the show. All right, it's your boy, the WayneBreezie. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out my other videos. Keep it faithful to the Bay.